Northwest Georgia High School Football Scoreboard is brought to you by Alpha Insurance, Al Smith Agency. See them for all your auto, home, and life insurance needs. Call Al Smith at 706-529-6786.
Hey, welcome into the final week of the 2023 regular season Friday night scoreboard, joined by Paul Cavan, Benton Burge. Pretty exciting games tonight, fellas.
Yeah, I just want to preface by saying if you joined us pregame live, we apologize for the audio issues that we had, and maybe we'll get to do it again, and we'll get it figured out next time.
Hey, we look good. We look good.
Yeah, we look good.
I don't know if we go that far, but they said it was good quality at least.
Stadium looked good. Background looked good. Had a great time. I think we got all the picks right for the first time ever.
First time. Yep. Nobody missed a pick.
Nobody missed a pick. We had everything, man. We
had a good idea. We had a good plan. Just poor execution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to jump? We'll jump right into the scores. There's some interesting scores, some blowouts, some close games. And I'll throw them up here and rock and roll. I know some of us is probably just looking at them for the first time.
Yeah, me included.
Yeah, North Paulding with a 35-27 win over Marietta. Rome keeps rolling 65-0 over Etowah. East Paulding 33-6 over Alexander. Langston Hughes 56-9 over Paulding County. Douglas County 30-7 over South Paulding. Chapel Hill gets a 23-6 win over Villarica. Cedartown pulls away from Northwest Woodfield 33-7. And what must have been a barn burner at Heritage, Central wins 35-34 at Heritage. That must have been a game. I hope somebody was at that game that could talk to us about that one. Sonorville 77-0 over Southeast Woodfield. Another barn burner, Daresville 28, Kahula Creek 21. Daresville region champ there sneaks away with a win in the last week of the season. Ringo 21, Gordon Lee 7. Lafette blanks Ridgeland 21-0. Bremen blanks LFO 34-0. White County gets a 35-28 win over Gilmer. Westland defeats Pickens 42-20. Fannin County puts 41 on the board and beats a tough Haralson County team on the road, 41-14. I really didn't see that one coming. Nice game by Fannin. Murray County gets a win, 28-14 over Gordon Central. Rockmart beats North Murray 59-7. Pepperell gives up some scores late and makes it look closer, but 45-28 over Coosa. Dade went down 7-0 and ends up coming back, scores 28 unanswered to win 28-7 over Armurchie. Trine with the region title tonight over Darlington, 42-14 was the final. Lamar County 45, Heard County 28. Temple gets a win 62-20 over Crawford County. And Bowden keeps rolling 63-14, region champion there over Mount Zion. That was a mouthful. You think stand out to y'all?
No. Like I said, I think we start talking playoffs now. Start talking postseason matchups. We'll start with the little guys and work our way up to the big one. But before we get started, man, I want to give a shout out to one of our viewers, Clyde Runyon, Rockmart fella. Only missed 3 Rockmart games in the last 60 years. He tunes into us every week, probably cussing and fussing us more than agreeing with us, but he can't complain too much about Rockmart right now, man, because those guys are rolling.
Yeah,
but yeah,
3 games in 60 years. I mean, y'all think about that. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, I know he's in the declining health right now, but last year his son said he got on the Spirit bus and rode down to Fitzgerald just to keep from having to miss a playoff game.
Man,
that's a heck of a fan right there.
Yes, sir. That is really cool.
That's the ultimate dedication right there.
But yeah, we'll start with Class A D2, where we know Bowden won the region championship tonight. You have Christian Heritage at the 2, and Mount Zion is your 3 seed in that region. And you talk about playoff matchups, man. It is tough. Bowden gets Taylor County. 6-4 Taylor County team will come to Bowden next Friday night. But Christian Heritage gets to host Macon County. Number 3 ranked team in the AJC gets to come to Christian Heritage.
I've actually been and played at Chattooga played at Macon County and lost 14-7 in Montezuma, Georgia.
Montezuma. And Mount Zion gets to travel to number 2 Manchester.
Ooh.
So, you got 6A down there has the number 1, the number 2, and the number 3 ranked team in the state.
Boy, oh boy.
So, gonna be a tough
Good matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
And jump up to Class A, Division 1, where you had Temple winning tonight. Temple clinches a 3 seed. They get the pleasure of hopping on the buses next Friday night and heading to Irwin County. Heard County will host Pelham. And that's it. Tough task, man.
Yeah.
And then the one that we were all 3 at tonight, man. Tryon. You want to talk about the Tryon Bulldogs? Well, what did the Tryon Bulldogs accomplish tonight?
Well, I'll start. First region championship in 20 years since 2003. First victory over Darlington since 2003, which now they haven't played every year since then, but first victory since 2003 over Darlington, and first 10-0 regular season since the 1974 state championship team. So a lot of accomplishments for the Bulldogs tonight. And there was a lot of celebrating going on the field when I left.
Yeah, I got to give a big shout out, man, to Toby Maddox, man. He played his heart out tonight. He's played his heart out every week this year, man. Unbelievable. Great job by the coaching staff there at Tryon. Looking forward to seeing how far they can go in this postseason.
Yeah.
We spoke about it off air. It looks like Tryon's going to match up against what did we say again? I think it's a rematch of the team that put them out last year.
St. Francis.
St. Francis will come to Tryon. And from what I understand, not the same St. Francis team that Tryon saw last year. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah. And speaking of 7A D1, Harrison wants to know if Dade County won. Dade County did win.
28-7.
That means Tryon gets the 1 seed. Dade will host as the 2 seed. Pepperell and Darlington will be on the road.
Pepperell is the 3, Darlington is the 4, yes.
Yeah.
And congratulations to Dade County and Coach Poston, man. That's a great accomplishment for those guys. They came within just a hair of knocking off Tryon and Darlington. And they played a tough schedule early on. Started off, I believe it was 1-5. In the season 5-5 and hosting a playoff game as a 2 seed.
Like I said, this isn't in stone. This is just based on, the standings I see and what I think happened tonight. But I think Darlington will be traveling to Whitefield Academy. Pepperell will be going to Mount Vernon, and Dade will host Mount Pisgah Christian next Friday night.
And if Dade can win that, then they will have the pleasure of going to Commerce. It looks like week 2 if 1 versus 4 seed hold serve. Interesting.
Yeah.
Who does Tryon match up with week 2? Elbert?
Elbert is the 2 seed out of that. Yeah.
Yep. That if both of those teams take care of business next Friday, that's going to be one of the more interesting round 2 matchups, I believe.
If Pepperell was to win, they would be most likely on the road at Prince Avenue Christian.
The private school gauntlet right there in a Division 1,
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
All right, 7-2A, man, tonight. Very impressive score by Rockmart. I mean, I thought North Maury would put some points on the board against them, but, for Rockmart to hold them to 7, and I think they got 7 late in the game. It was 38-0 at halftime. Jackets are going to be tough, but you got Rock Mart as your 1, Model as your 2. I mean, not Model. North Murray as your 2, Model as your 3, and a huge win tonight by Fannin County to clinch the 4th spot.
Yep.
Who is your 2? You said
North Murray.
North Murray will host South Atlanta. Number 4 seed looks like we'll be on the road at North Cobb Christian. The 1 seed, it doesn't say. I'm not sure who the 4 seed ended up being in that region.
Yeah, it was going to be whoever won that game tonight between Washington and whoever they were playing.
The 3 seed in Region 7, who'd you say that was?
That is Model.
They'll be on the road at Thorell.
Wow.
Yep.
You know, I don't want to add any locker room material, but I mean, that sounds like a potential region that 7-2A could sweep. I know Fannin North Cobb Christian is going to be a tough game, but Fannin always plays great in the postseason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw tonight, man, when they got time to prepare and they're playing for something, them guys come out.
Up in 3A, it looks like Lumpkin County will host Gordon Lee. Let's see here. Where's the 2 seed? Bremen, the 2 seed, will host White County. Ringo, the 3 seed, will be at Westland, and Adairsville will host Gilmer. And
those should be a pretty good game. Gilmer beat Ringo pretty handily earlier this year.
Let's see. Go ahead.
Jake Keller said Heritage scored with 5 minutes left to go, down by 1. Tried the Philly special, going for 2.
Oh,
and the Lions tackled him for loss. Central ran the clock out. Central scouted Heritage well. Defensive line jumped off sides about 8 times. Like I said, hats off to Heritage, man. I don't think anybody really gave them a chance in that game. They've been playing well over the last 2 or 3 weeks, man. They're going to have a tough road in the playoffs. 7-4A, you've got Central, Cedartown, Heritage, Northwest Whitfield is your order.
And I do not know any of those matchups yet.
Yeah. Central is hosting Hateville.
Okay.
Cedartown will be hosting Holy Innocents, man, which was a top 10 team most of the season. And Heritage will be going on the road to Westminster. And Northwest Whitfield will be going to Stevenson. Pretty tough matchup for all 4 of them.
Yeah, I agree. And when you get to 5A, Cartersville will host Centennial. Let's see, the 2 seed from that region, Hiram will host Cambridge. The 3 seed, Dalton will be on the road at GAC. Interesting matchup. And Cass will be on the road at Kell.
Those 4, I think all 4 of those games are going to be really, really, really good games, really good close games.
Yeah.
Dalton GAC could be, that's an interesting game. I know the Dalton Catamounts, they all want me to pick Dalton, so or maybe against them. Pick against them because that's when they win. Let's see here. Up in the big boy region, and I don't see anything mapped out. Looks like Region 7, Team 1, which in 6A, is that Rome, Region 7, Team 1?
Yeah, Rome is 6, right? Or are they 7?
6. You're correct.
Yes, they play 7. They'll play whoever won the Sprayberry Pope game tonight. Sprayberry was the favorite, but
whoever won it.
Yep.
Give me 1 second, and I will.
That's a team that's been on a roll, man. Rome Wolves. I mean, I know you don't want to look ahead come playoff time, but week 2, hosting defending champ Langston Hughes, it's going to be huge.
Sprayberry is 6-4, and they won 45-21, so they will host Rome will host Sprayberry. Looking at the rest of that region, I don't know a lot about the rest of that region. Sprayberry's the 4, Alpharetta looks
Yeah,
like the 3,
yeah, and
Blessed
Blessed
Trinity
Trinity.
at 2, and Roswell the leader in that region.
Yeah, I mean, my guess right now, without looking at the matchups, is Rome is probably the only team from 6A that survives that first round. Those are some pretty stout teams over there on that side. Roswell, Blessed Trinity, and Alpharetta.
Yeah, what's crazy is Langston Hughes will have to be on the road at Rome. That might be the place to be in the state on November 17th.
Yeah. And then I know tonight, I think Villarica lost tonight, so that put them out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Who ended up winning the New Manchester Noonan game? That'll decide if South Paulding gets in.
I haven't seen
1 second, and I will.
haven't seen that. You know, that Rome Langston Hughes game may end up being the the GPB sports game that week. I mean, that's a big game for round 2.
Absolutely. I'm not seeing a Noonan score. Let me try another.
Yeah, while we're talking about 6A, man, shout out to East Paulding. I kind of think they flew under the radar this year. 6-4 might not look like a great record, but they lost late to North Paulding, lost to Hiram on the last play of the game, and then lost to Douglas County and Langston Hughes, man. Which all 4 of those teams are ballers, and they get the 3 seed over there. First trip to the playoffs in 5 years.
New Manchester with the win in that game.
Yeah, so South Paulding gets the 4 seed, I believe. And they will have to go to Gainesville, play the Red Elephants over there.
Seen a little bit of Gainesville in the state championship game last year, right?
Yep. How about the last 3 games for South Paulding? And they played Douglas County, Langston Hughes, and now they get to go to Gainesville.
Oh, man.
Man alive.
Go Dade County Wolverines. Absolutely, man. I know we say it a lot on this show, man, but hats off to Coach Poston and the job that staff has done up there with that program. I think this is their second home game in 3 years, and they only had 1 home game previously.
Yeah. I said it earlier, just a heck of a job. Started off 1-5 with a really tough schedule early. I mean, they played one of the tougher non-region schedules of anybody around. And, like I said, within a couple plays of beating Tryon and Darlington. And so congratulations. That's awesome.
Yes,
we got
man.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, it's going to be tough to go to Dade County when it's cold. And if you're not used to a physical game, you go over and get shell shocked, especially early.
Well, and if it is cold, physical games take a lot more of a toll on you in that cold weather, man. Everything stings, everything hurts.
Yeah,
and it's a much different feeling, man, after you go over that mountain. If you're driving from Atlanta and you have to go over that mountain and you come down the other side, you're in a whole different world,
Yeah.
Yeah, and shout out to Gordon Lee, man. Coach Gross, Gordon Lee Trojans making the playoffs in AAA.
With a super young team.
Yeah, super young team. I know they have to go to Lumpkin County.
I might have to toot my horn a little bit there. I think I had Gordon Lee in these playoffs in preseason.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and check that out. I know someone did. I know it wasn't me, but
yeah, I'll have to go back and take a look, see at that.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was you or Paul that had him in there. I know somebody had him.
I don't think I did.
Blind. What do they say? Blind mice gets the cheese every once in a while.
You got to give a shout out to the Ringo Tigers too in that region. I mean, they had their backs against the wall for the last couple of weeks. Started out real strong, had some injuries. worked their way back into playoffs, sitting there at
Yep.
the 3 seed.
Yeah, way to battle. I mean, they did exactly what you said, Lawrence. Started off strong, had some injuries, kind of struggled through the middle part of the season, and then kind of circled the wagons here at the end and got back in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think that Gilmer and Daresville game could be a good one next Friday night, and White County Bremen will be a good one, especially at Blue Devil Stadium.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a tough place to play.
Are we going to do a pick 'em next week and talk about all the games like normal?
Yeah,
Good.
absolutely.
Really good. Yep. Let's see here. It's been a minute since we talked about them, so you read those, or you want me to run back through them?
Go ahead.
All right. North Paulding beats Marietta 35-27. Rome 65-0 over Etowah. East Paulding 33, Alexander 6. Langston Hughes 56, Paulding County 9. Douglas County 30, South Paulding 7. Chapel Hill 23, Villa Rica 6. Cedartown 33, Northwest Woodfield 7. Central Carroll 35, Heritage 34. Sonoraville 77, Southeast Woodfield 0. Adairsville 28, Cahulla Creek 21. Ringo 21-7 over Gordon Lee. Lafayette 21, Ridgeland 0. Bremen 34, LFO 0. White County beats Gilmer 35-28. Westland 42-20 over Pickens. Fannin County 41-14 over Haralson County. Murray County beats Gordon Central 28-14. Rockmart 59, North Murray 7. Pepperell 45, Coosa 28. Dade County 28, Armurchie 7. Trine 42, Darlington 14. Lamar County 45-28 over Heard County. Temple 62-20 over Crawford County. And Bowden 63-14 over Mount Zion. Yeah. I noticed. I think I heard somewhere that Ringgold had some guys out for a good bit of time, and they were getting some of those guys back healthy at the right time. So, definitely looking like the Ringo team they had earlier on in the season that we expected to see at least.
Yeah, I saw them live week 1 against Heritage, man. They looked really good, So when they went up to Gilmer that week and got blown out, I was shocked, surprised. But
the running back, what's his name, Lawrence? It escapes me at the moment.
Hayden Freeze.
Yeah, Freeze, man. Yeah, I think he went down for a few weeks there in the middle of the season.
Yeah, like she said, I think at one point they were working on the quarterback 4 at some point this season. And it's hard to win in any classification, man, if you got your 4-string quarterback in there.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even know. I mean, some schools that I've watched, the 4-string quarterback would probably be just one of your wide receivers that you got out there.
Makes me think about Kentucky a few years ago. You guys remember they lost all their quarterbacks and had that receiver Bowden or whoever playing quarterback at the end of the year.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, he was. I mean, he couldn't throw it, but dadgum, he could run it.
Yep.
Yeah, he said they had at least 7 or 8 starters miss at least 2 games this season. Most are back now.
Good. Time for the playoff run.
Yep.
Heading down to Wesleyan.
I mean, you never know. I'll be interested to see where the spreads go on some of these games and how many of our local teams are predicted to win and how many we predict to win. So I'm excited about the playoffs.
Absolutely.
More football.
I did kind of glance ahead at some of the matchups next week, and I tell you one that I'm really excited about is Holy Innocents at Cedartown. The spread was even when I looked at it. Holy Innocents, like I said, they were a top 17 for most of the year. And we know about Cedartown Bulldogs, man. They seem like they're in a different gear right now.
Oh, man, yeah. They really got it going of late. They had a tough start, but of late it's been exceptional. Let's see.
So yeah, Trine at St. Francis. At St. Francis at Trine. That's who we have next Friday night.
Yep, that's where I'll be.
Yeah, I know 2A and 4A play next Saturday. Everybody else plays on Friday. So if you get a chance to get out and see a couple of games Friday and Saturday.
Man, I might be catching football all weekend because there's a good number of the Alabama games that are going to be played, Alabama high school playoffs, because Veterans Day is on Friday. They're going to play a lot of games on Thursday.
Oh,
So I might get a chance. I'm not sure who the matchup is yet. Actually, I am sure. It just come through on my phone. Central Florence will be at Cherokee County. And, man, Cherokee has got a heck of a program going on down there. And they have a running back, Jacob Cornejo. Man, I love watching him run. He's a physical runner, and he can scat. So might go down there and catch them on Thursday night.
oh yeah, that'd be cool. They got a physical offensive line over there too, man. That's a tough bunch.
If anybody wants to join me, just holler and we'll carpool down there. It's only about maybe 25 minutes from my house.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here.
Yeah, Chris says Jacob Kelly's doing great things over there at Cherokee County. I think he's a Cedartown guy, right?
Absolutely, Jacob Kelly, man, he's a firecracker. I love the way he's excited on the sideline. I mean, just gets the kids going, and you can tell they've been in the weight room too. He's working them in the weight room. Lucky to have him.
Yep.
I know. I'm not sure where Matt and Todd will be, but they'll be all over the place. You know, I met up with them last year, and at the third or fourth round, and then they had a guy named Fluff Bagwell that was a running back for one of the other teams. Man, he was one of the biggest. I think he's committed somewhere pretty high up. He come back as a senior this year for that team they played. I think there'll be another one of the teams that they might have to beat deep in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Anyway,
hey, but before we go, man, it's unrelated to the football semi, but I got to give a shout out to our 3-time overall Pick'em champion Scott Seguin, the guy that does our math page. Man, he ended up pulling it out tonight, picking Coahulla Creek. He was one of the only people that picked Coahulla Creek to cover the spread tonight. That's a pretty tough deal, man. If you can win that Pick'em contest 3 out of 6 years, you got something going on, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations. He's a numbers guy. He's got it figured out.
hey Jake, I've been trying. I done told him, man. I love watching the game at Bremen Stadium from the home side. Now, I've been trying to get Lawrence to go down there.
Yeah, but Bowden's definitely a place I got to get to this postseason.
I've never been to Central, or Carrollton, or Bowden. I've only been to Bremen. I watched Bremen and Rockmart in a scrimmage game and had lots of fun.
I've been to Bowden and Bremen, never been to Central or Carrollton for a game. So,
Todd Wheeler's over in Cherokee now, huh?
Well, yeah.
I think they took it on the chin to. I think Fort Payne's 6A now in Alabama. It was 21-14, I believe, or 21-7. Uh-oh. May have mentioned it before I got on, but she heard that theirs was quarterback is out. Jonathan Gow. I haven't heard that. Have you?
I mean, did he get hurt tonight or just resting from last week? I know he got banged up really good against Bremen. I mean, he missed the whole first half against Bremen, and I kind of figured they might set him out tonight just to get him healthy.
Possibility. I haven't heard anything either.
David Pollard says week 2 Bowden will be the place to be. I wonder what that matchup. I hadn't seen the possible matchup in the second round, but I'm definitely going to look.
I think there's going to be a lot of round 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, you point at the Langston Hughes Rome. You look at Elbert County possibly going to Trine. I mean, that could be.
That's a big game, but
miles there.
both of those two teams ranked in the top 9, I think, in single A D1.
David said Bowden will be hosting either Greene County or Aquinas.
There you go.
No, it would be Greene County or Hancock Central is the Region 5 number 3.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be the winner of Greene County, Hancock Central if they can get past Taylor County.
Tia, you've been very patient. Tia, you've been very patient this year. You about ready for the real season to begin?
Yeah, she has been extremely patient. I
extremely
agree.
patient. I'm sure she's tired of seeing 45-0 scores at halftime. It's time to get some games, huh?
Yeah, the other 1 seed in their quadrant is Dooley County, which is the Region 4 champ.
Okay.
I don't know a lot about Dooley County. I'm gonna do a quick little study, but I would almost imagine that Bowden would be favored in that game. Dooley County is a 6-4 school from Vienna, Georgia.
Jake says he has a conspiracy theory, man. My math guy is a local high school football bookie. That's why he keeps winning. Man, I don't know how he does it, honestly, but I can tell you he has only seen 1 Northwest Georgia football game in the last 6 years. But the dude gets about 75% right.
That's crazy. That's crazy against that spread.
I couldn't do it if I actually remembered to fill out my stuff every week. And I never do that.
I was up near the top 2 or 3 weeks ago and just completely forgot to fill it out one week and said heck with it and didn't fill it out anymore.
I mean, I need a reminder on my phone. Something. Rockmart. Did we talk about Rockmart and who they would match up with?
Yeah, I'm trying to see who they. Washington and somebody was playing tonight, and whoever won that game is who they match up against. But yeah, I mean, from what I remember, it doesn't really matter. I think they're going to be about 50-point favorites to begin with.
It's Region 6.
Washington was playing Mount Perrin tonight. Yeah. Okay. Battle of two 2-7 teams. So no matter who Rockmart gets next week, they're going to be 3-7.
Boy, oh boy! When you say Washington, are you talking about? Let's see,
that team that came to Chattooga that year.
Man, you can't just put Washington because there's 150 million Washingtons.
Washington County, Washington Wilkes. There's
Washington, Atlanta. I believe it's correct.
Booker T. Washington, I think.
Booker T. Washington.
No, it's not. It's the Washington Bulldogs from Washington, Atlanta. Let's see. You're right. Actually Washington lost.
So Mount Perrin, Mount Perrin will be coming to Rockmart then.
So whoa! They don't have it filled out yet.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Let me look. They do not have. Washington was playing who tonight?
Mount Perrin Christian.
Mount Perrin.
No. They wasn't playing tonight. They play tomorrow at 4:00 at Lakewood Stadium.
Oh,
so
okay.
There's your answer. I was like, why does it not show a result? And it's Saturday.
Yes. We're talking about that earlier, Tia. Scaly, first round bye. How about that region having the number 1, number 2, and number 3 teams in the state?
Yeah, it's wild.
Man, just, I know we got to wrap up here, but just looking in my crystal ball next year, man, we're not going to be able to say 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to have that Scott guy over here on this show trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Let's don't go there tonight, Benton.
But I can tell you, coaches, Scott is already working out a formula, man. If you want to know who you need to play to increase your power ranking, Scott is the guy to go to because he's already coming up with formulas. And
we're gonna make an app. You can go on the website. You just put it in there. you'll see what your rate will be in the end. And
Yeah, figuring out how much you need to lose by, how much you need to win by.
Well, guys, I want to say I enjoyed the evening tonight. Good getting to hang out with you guys.
yeah,
I hate our audio didn't work, but it was a fun evening hanging out. And I also want to say, I know I try hard to be, impartial on here. And, Coach Groves, Darlington, good year making the playoffs. It was a pleasure meeting Coach Groves tonight. Nice of him to come over and say hello. Those guys fought hard. They've got some ball players over there. Shirey, Floyd, Wyman, all those guys. But I want to congratulate my Tryon Bulldogs. That's my alma mater. Coach Patrick comes over and 3-7 that first year in the COVID year, but since then 10-2, 9-3, and so far 10-0 this season. Number one seed. Everybody talks about Toby and Maddox and Matt Maddox and all that, and he's a great player, runs hard. But I want to give a shout out to Big Ez and Stokes and Stoker and Blasky and Mahan and all those guys. Willingham. And all of them. I wish I could name them all by name, but I ran into Stoker on the field after the game, and he was like, Paul. He said, "You better not say anything bad about us ever again." And I was like, I rarely ever do. But I want to give him a shout out. He doesn't get talked about enough for the Tryon Bulldogs, man. He is a tough guy on both sides of the ball. And so I just wanted to give those guys a shout out and say what a good time I had tonight and congratulate my team.
Yeah. And speaking of Coach Patrick and Toby Maddox, later this week I'll have the Coach of the Year and Player of the Year poll up, and hope everybody gets out and votes for their favorite player, favorite coach. And it's going to be a tough one this year, man, because there's some great ones around.
Yep.
yeah, a lot of tough awards are going to be given out because there are a lot of good players in Northwest Georgia area, and I feel like over the past maybe 5 years, they're finally having an opportunity to put their name out there a little more. I think they're easily more seen players, and that's what we're all about. Tag us at Northwest Georgia Football and all your highlights or whatever stats that you have. I swear Lawrence is tweeting every day, retweeting every day.
He's the retweetingest fella I've ever met.
If I'm looking for something on his account, you better believe you're gonna have to scroll for about 5 minutes because it's way down there.
All right, guys, we'll be back on this week, man, for the week 1 playoff pick'em.
Yeah, we'll have all the games laid out,
and we'll have audio.
Yeah, we'll have some audio. Yeah, well, I think we figured out what caused that, so maybe we won't have that again.
And hope we all get a chance to get together again this year, man. And
yeah, absolutely,
something like that again.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be
all
fun.
All right, guys, we'll see you in a couple of days, man.
All righty.